Good evening to all. So now I'm going to start a new topic in this chapter, which is fullerenes. Okay, fullerenes. So already you have known about what is fullerenes. So fullerenes are here these are the carbon allotropes. Okay, carbon allotropes generally we have seen carbon allotropes are graphite, diamond. These are allotropes. Okay, in that so here these fullerenes are also allotrope of the carbons. Okay, so fullerene is a family of fullerene is a family of carbon allotrope. Carbon allotrope. Okay, fullerenes are it is a carbon allotrope family. Okay, carbon allotrope family. Here it contains only carbon. Okay, so no other element will be present. Only carbon will be present. Okay, a molecule of carbon in the form of a molecule of carbon in the form of halo in the form of halo, sphere, ellipsoid, tube, spherical, spiral, and many more other shapes. So referred as Buckminster fullerenes. Okay, already you have known about what is fullerenes. This is a allotrope of carbon allotrope. This is a type one carbon allotrope. So these are existing in the shapes halo, sphere, so ellipsoid, tube, spherical, spiral, and it exists in many more shapes. Okay, shapes in this one. So we call it as buckyballs. These are called as buckyballs. Okay, so these are called as buckyballs. These are similar structure, means similar structure to graphite. Means graphite exists in sheets. Okay, so like that here also it exists in sheets. Okay, sheets are linked with the hexagonal rings. Here the C60, if you take C60 buckyball consists, it is looks like a football. Okay, if you see the football, how it will be there? So there are pentagons and hexagons will be there. So like that here also C60 buckyball consists of 2 hexagons, 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons. Okay, so 2 graphite electrodes between this one, which are arranged as a saucer ball. Saucer ball is there na? Saucer ball. So like that these are arranged in a saucer ball. Okay, so fullerenes are prepared by using arc disc between 2 electrodes. So we can prepare by this method. Okay, so let's see types of fullerenes. Types of fullerenes. Which types? So these are 4 types, which are nanotube fullerenes. Second one, buckyball fullerenes. fullerenes. Third one, megatube fullerenes. Fourth one, polymeric fullerenes. So how we have prepared now? We have to take two electrodes. Okay, these are the two electrodes. So we have to fill all these because just I am writing like this. So we have to fill this. Okay, these two electrodes we have to take two electrodes. Okay, so these are the two electrodes. So one is act as anode. This is anode, and this is cathode. Cathode, here we have to so helium gas is present. Okay, further, so this one helium gas. So this is the graphite electrodes. Graphite electrodes. Okay, between two graphite electrodes, the presence of helium, it produces, this helium produces 200 bars. Okay, 200 torque pressure. 200 torque pressure. Okay, so thereby it produces these fullerenes. Okay, so let's see one by one what is the nanotube fullerene, what is buckyball fullerene, what is megatube, what is polymeric. Okay, let's see one by one. First one. So nanotube are cylindrical fullerenes. Nanotube are cylindrical fullerenes. Cylindrical fullerenes. Okay, these are hollow in space. Means cylindrical means it consists this shape. Okay, means this is a hollow shape. Which is having it like this. Okay, so it is having like this. Okay, so what is this one here? These are hollow in space. These are hollow in space. And very small dimensions are present, very small, because it is a nanotube, no? So that's why. So it is having very small dimensions. Okay, so these nanotubes having single or multi-ball carbons. Okay, so these carbon nanotubes have closed end and open end. Okay, for example I will show you. Okay, so just I have opened this one. Okay, so I have opened this one. This is called as opened end. Okay, so this is open end and this is a closed end. Okay, so this if you assume this is a this is a nanotube. Okay, so nanotube are cylindrical fullerene. So it has one open end and it has one closed end. Okay, closed end. So these tubes are used in used in electronic industries, electronic industries, space technology, space technology, so space technology, and paper batteries, paper batteries. So these are the uses. So these are used in electronic industry, space technology, and paper batteries. Okay. So next one, buckyball fullerenes. Second one, buckyball fullerenes. Second type is buckyball fullerenes. Second type is buckyball fullerenes. Buckyball fullerenes. So it is the smallest fullerene molecules. So this is the smallest fullerene molecules. Fullerene molecules. Okay, smallest fullerene molecules. These are contains hexagons and pentagons. Okay, this is also contains hexagons and pentagons. Okay, so here its smallest number is C20. The C20 smallest number, and most common is C60. This is most common one. Most common. Okay. So smallest buckyball is C20. Okay. Smallest buckyball is C20. Okay. So this is a looks as saucer ball. Saucer ball. Okay. So here hexagons and pentagons are held by stronger interactions. Okay. So these are held by stronger interactions present between the hexagons and pentagons. Okay. So those are non-covalent interactions which are there here. Non-covalent interactions. Okay, and pi stacking interactions, as well as van der Waals interactions. Pi stacking, hydrogen bonding interactions are there, as well as which the hydrogen bonding is there, and van der Waals interactions are there. Van der Waals interactions are also present in this one. Okay. So smallest fullerene have great importance of the naturally occurring. Okay. So this is found in coal tar, coal and soot. Okay, bogu and masi. Okay. So these are exist in coal and means found in coal and soot. Okay. So this is about the buckyball fullerenes. These are smallest fullerenes, and these are having hexagons and pentagons, and these hexagons and pentagons are, so these are linked with the stronger interactions. Which type of interactions are there? Non-covalent interactions only. So what are those? Pi stacking, hydrogen bonding, and van der Waals interactions are present between these hexagons and pentagons. This is the C20 means here these are existing various number of carbons will be there. So C20 is the smallest one, and C60 is the very most common buckyball. Okay, buckyball. Next one is megatube fullerenes. Third one. This is the second one. So write this. This is the second one. Okay. And third one is megatubes mega tube fullerenes. Okay, mega tube fullerenes. Mega means here these are large. Okay, these are larger in diameter, larger in diameter. Okay, they are, so that's why they are mega nano tubes. Okay, the walls of mega tubes prepared, the walls of mega tubes prepared with different thickness. Okay, with different thickness, okay, with the different thickness. And here these are useful transport of variety molecules with different sizes, Okay, so what are these? These are larger means mega. Okay, larger in diameter. The walls of mega tubes prepared from the with different thickness. These are mainly useful for transport of variety of molecules with different sizes. Okay, so this is about the mega tube fullerenes. Let's see what is the polymeric fullerenes. Last one, fourth one. Fourth one, polymeric fullerenes. Okay, polymeric fullerenes are obtained at high temperature. So these are obtained at high temperature. Okay, these are obtained at high temperature. Okay, high temperature. This means this, how these will formed with the covalent bonds. Okay, so these polymeric means macromolecules. These are nothing but macromolecules only, na? Macromolecules. So macromolecules attached to covalent bonds. Okay, these are two-dimension, 2D, it exists in 2D and 3D. Okay, here single strand polymers are prepared by wing atom transfer radical. Okay, here one single strand polymers. Single strand means only one chain will be there, only one single strand will be there. So these polymers are prepared by using atom transfer radical addition polymerases. Okay, so this is called as AT or AP. Okay, radical addition polymerization. Okay, so this is the polymeric fullerenes. Okay, so means so many molecules are joined and form the polymeric, so then it is called as polymeric fullerenes. These are 2-dimensional and as well as 3-dimensional. They exist in 2-dimensional as well as in 3-dimensional. Okay, so this is about this one. Let's see the nano onion. nano onion. Nano onion. Okay, these are in the form of spherical shape. These are means onion. Onion, how it will looks like, it's a spherical shape. So here we have to prepare these nano particles in the shape of onion. Okay, so means these are spherical shape. Spherical shape. These are existing spherical. These are in the form of spherical shape. Okay, means buckyball based. Okay, buckyball based means spherical shape based. Multiple carbon layer. Multiple carbon layer. Carbon layer surrounding by a buckyball core. A buckyball core. Means if you take onion, so many layers are present. Okay, in onion, if you take onion, if you cut this, you will get so many layers. So like that, here also, this is made up of so many layers, multiple carbon layers. Okay, multiple carbon layers means more layers will be there. If you cut this, if you remove the skin of this onion, then you will get the layers of the so we got the layers in onion. So like that, here also we got it is having multiple carbon layers surrounding by a buckyball core. Okay, buckyball core. Main purpose is, what is the main purpose? It is used as lubricant. It is used as lubricant. Okay, it is used as lubricant. One layer to another layer. One layer to another layer. Linked by ball end chain dimers. Or chain dimers. Okay, so here two buckyballs linked by carbon chain. Okay, so let's see one example. I will tell you what are the examples. So onion is, but it looks like our onion. That's it. Okay, so that is a nano onion. Means so many layers are there. Okay, so in our vegetable, in that onion there are multiple layers are set. So like that, here also multiple layer carbon sheets are there. So that's why it is called as nano onion. Okay, nano onion. Okay, so let's see this example. So which layer is present? Okay, your X is there, here N. This is luminol. Okay, where X is equal to O or any nitrogen, nucleophile or S. Okay, so here, so 4-play luciferase enzyme is there. Luciferase enzyme, this is found in luciferase enzyme. Okay, this is a luciferol chemical substance. Luciferol chemical substance. So this is a natural bench tetrazones. natural bench tetrazones. Okay, azole, this is azole because it is having 2 nitrogen atoms. Okay, so that's why it is called as like this. Okay, so next let's see some of the here if you means just we have to vary these groups. If you vary this group O and N is here, just O is here, this is benzenazole where we are not having this group, and here we are not having this group. Okay, so this is benzenazole which is in red color. Okay, so if you replace this with S, then it is called as this bench thiazole. It is in blue color. Okay, if you here NH is there, if you replace this with NH, okay, so then it is called as bench imidazole. Okay, imidazole, because here NH group is there, bench imidazole. So next we can substitute this one. Okay, we can use another one also. Another one, substitutions. Okay, just this is another one. Here X is there, here N, here same group is there, but we are changing this one. If it is means here we put the ethylene molecule. Okay, so same will be there. Here Y is there, here we are having this group. Okay, X is equal to SORNH. Okay, so this will be there. Otherwise you can write this. If you remove this one, this is another one, means triple bond. Okay, so next another composition also we can try. If you put this aromatic ring, so here 3 types will be there. Okay, 3 types will be there. So continuation conjugation will be present. Okay, so this is shows this one. Okay, single bond. But if you means if it is having CH2 or CH2, it doesn't show the luminescent properties. Okay, so next one, structure of aromatic belts. Last topic of this chapter, structure of aromatic belts. Okay, structure of aromatic belts. Aromatic belts. Okay, let's see what is structure of aromatic belts. So it is defined as a double bond, strained, conjugated. Okay, so aromatic belts, belt is defined as double bond, strained, okay, strained, conjugated macromolecule, macrocyclic molecule. Okay, so for example here such as N cyclazines means number of, okay, and N cyclophenazine and shelter belts SCH. Shelter belts and voltage belts. Okay, so these are model compounds of CNT. These are model compounds of CNTs. CNTs means what? Carbon nanotubes with different chiralities. Okay, with different chiralities. Okay, in these compounds actually what will be happen na? p orbital orientation is different. Okay, oriented radially rather than the perpendicular. Actually, in this one, so here actually what will be happen? So p orbitals are, so if you take things, this is one p orbital and this is one p orbital. Here bond found between these p orbitals in this manner, perpendicular manner, but not like that. Here this p orbital orientation is radial than perpendicular. So it is not a in perpendicular manner. Okay, so it is a radial. Okay, radial orientation will be there. Okay, radial will be there. Okay, so aromatic belts are model compounds CNTs with this one. So strains in the compound, for example, I have already explained you in that one. Same like that here also it will means, if you see here we have to write like this. Okay, so it exists like this. Okay, so this is the example for this aromatic bells. So still many is there, so I will give you in the notes. Okay, so this is, by this I have completed this one. Okay, thank you.